be careful with that thing. Namasté Soul Family, Sky Goddess, and I just saw something, you know, a news update that came to my phone, and I was like, I knew it would boil down to this because, like, obviously, I mean, a lot of people are talking about, you know, they don't want to get the vaccine or the vaccines because they're, different brands. But, you know, pretty much, you know, the economies are, you know, of countries are being, you know, forced to close down, you know, or, you know, close very often, be, you know, greatly restricted, and it's you know, countries are losing a lot of money. And the truth is, that's what really, you know, encouraged the spread of the Spanish influenza virus in 1918. I believe through to 1921, I'm not sure. I think that was the duration. And, you know, it was pretty much that the virus was on, people underestimated the effect of the virus, the danger of the virus, and you know, it would lead to the detriment of humanity at that point in history, which was, you know, roughly 100 years ago. You hear what I'm trying to say? And here we find that people are refusing to take the vaccine. World leaders are under pressure, you know, which, you know, revenues are concerned, and yada 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 yada. Not to mention the people, the, you know, nationals of these countries are, you know, greatly burdened because now they're being pushed into a lifestyle they're not used to, because
I dared to catch this.
Even if you were around during 1918 to 1921, you'd have been a baby. And so, but then again, 1918 to 1921. Hey boys, tone it down, boys. Hey boys, babies, my babies, my darlings, please tone it down. I know you're having fun. Okay. 1918 through to 1921. Those are different, you know, frequencies. Either way. Okay. You know, we are without the influenza virus. Period. That. Okay, because so much that exists now didn't exist then to begin with. Okay, people are still very conventional and stupidly religious, might I add. Let me just say. Okay, but now we've got, you know, I knew that, you know, a lot of you saying you're not going to take the vaccine, you're just talking, because at the end of the day, a lot of you, it's going to be compulsory. And you might say, no, you have your rights in which you choose, you know, you have freedom of health, but, you know, governments can counteract that right in a plea for public safety. And a lot of you are going to have to choose to either work jobs or to give in to these demands. These requirements that the government will, you know, these demands that the governments will force upon these companies, such as mandatory vaccination. A lot of people also they don't understand why a lot of people refuse to take the vaccine. A lot of people, it's just them being copycats. Because if tomorrow a majority or a crowd of people decide that they're going to take the vaccine, then that a lot of them will decide too that you will take the vaccine. And so it's pretty much not about what's ethical. Listen, come here. Bring that thing to me, please. Take it to me. No more. I don't want you to hurt yourselves. Please, come. Come here. All right. Kisses, and go inside, because you boys need to take a shower anyway. Tomorrow you play after class. It hurts. It's burning.
Yeah. I didn't really.
Let me see.
It did.
What?
It didn't really hit me in my eye.
Asher, come. Give mommy a hug. Love you, Joshua. Love you, Joshua. Come. Aren't you giving mommy a hug, Ash? It's evening now, baby. Hey, don't be nasty. Be nice. It's time to go inside. Look, it's evening now. It's time to shower and get something to eat. It's time to come. You vex with mommy too? Call mommy when you get inside. Love you. Love you, boys. Call me, Joshua, when you boys get in safely. Call me when you get in safely.
Okay.
Yes, baby. Alright, Asher is vexed with me. He wants to stay outside all day and all night. Anywho, my apologies. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of people I've noticed it's nothing. They don't really think for themselves. It's a lot of copycats, people getting up, and no wonder, you gotta, really understand why social media networks, and governments are so serious on clamping down on people, speaking out against the vaccine. Because the truth is, I'm not saying that it's good to take, I'm not saying it's not good to take, but you gotta, really think about the people who are being influenced here, because a lot of people, they are deciding not to take the vaccine, not because they of themselves believe it is not good for them, but because they're influenced by others to think it's not good for them. Because like I said, if a group, not even a crowd, if let's say for example 50 to 75% of their friends and associates decide to take. Alright, my baby, nice boys. Asher in? Nice. So let's say 50 to 75% of their friends and associates decide not to take the vaccine. Decide to take the vaccine, I should say. And you're going to find that a lot of these people will also take the vaccine because they don't think for themselves. They do based on what they see. They do based off of what they see others, do. And we have a lot of people like them in society. As a matter of fact, society is filled with people like those. And so the governments and the social media networks, and they know what they're, up against. They know what they're, talking about when they say certain things. A lot of these people, they're just follow fashions, copycats. They don't even know what's good for them. They're just, they're just paranoid. A lot of them, because they're given to every gossip that they hear around town. And it's not because of that they really sat down and thought to themselves, okay, they didn't really think of certain ramifications and certain negative impacts. Okay, it's just pretty much, what they hear other people say, and they just, regurgitate what they hear. And that's pretty much what it is. But it is getting to that point where governments are going to decide to make vaccination a mandatory thing. And this is specifically for people who work in the corporate world, whether it's the public sector or the private sector. To keep your job, you're going to have to get vaccinated. And it's just like that. I mean, like, the only way you're not going to be forced to do this is if you are self-employed. You know, you're your own boss. And that's going to affect a lot of things nowadays, because a lot of people are going to now want to decide to do their own thing, become their own boss. You know, leave their jobs, leave the corporate world, stop working for the government, stop working for the private sectors. There's going to be a mass movement, you know. Some people are going to lose their jobs because they're going to be very non-compliant with the new rules and regulations that are going to be put in place. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. There's something I was about to, you know, touch on, and it kind of went out of mind. I know it'll return. Yeah, I'm just, you know, trying to remember what that thing was.